There is maybe a 10% part of my brain that is frustrated with the Vancouver Canucks and Florida Panthers results because, man, oh man, I dropped Jake DeBrusk. I kept Connor Garland. Garland didn't get any points tonight. DeBrusk got another goal. I have Reinhart and Barkov on some of my teams, and those guys were blanked. Totally blanked. Because we have Kevin Lankinen in net, shutting the door and posting up his third shutout of the year. The Vancouver Canucks have just defeated the reigning, defending, undisputed Stanley Cup champion of the world, the Florida Panthers, 4-0 at home. Oh boy! How great is that? A convincing 4-0 shutout on home ice against the best team in the Atlantic Division. They're like 6th overall in the league, so it's not really that high. But they're first in the Atlantic, which definitely does account for something because the Florida Panthers are no joke. They are certainly one of the better teams in the National Hockey League. Actually, no, they're 7th now because they lost this game in regulation. Nice to see Vancouver tossing Florida down the depth chart a little bit. Oh yeah, no, they're 2nd in the Atlantic now too because Toronto has the tiebreaker. Anyways, Vancouver wins this one 4-0, and it was a game where you can say so many things could have gone wrong, but they just kind of didn't. Vancouver played a really solid game, and heading into this one, it was a very exciting feeling. Because for the first time all year, Vancouver's forward core was pretty much at the best possible spot that it could have been. Miller is in. Boeser is in. Dakota Joshua is in. Nobody's really looking too hurt. Nobody's looking all too bad. The only real missing player from this lineup, you can say Eric Bronnstrom, he didn't play tonight, but also Filip Hronek on the back end. Other than that, goaltending, you got Lankinen, you got Demko as the backup, you got the forwards all set up in there. Dakota Joshua recovered from cancer, JT Miller back from a month away, Brock Boeser back already. This was it. This was the lineup. And I guess you could say, okay, Max Sasson at the bottom of the lineup there. Okay, maybe there are a few names in there that wouldn't necessarily belong in your ideal Canucks lineup, but come on. I mean, you think about what Max Sasson did today, the guy had 2 assists. He looked very good in this one, and he definitely was not a problem as the Vancouver Canucks get off to a quick 1-0 goal set up by Max Sasson. All it took was just a few minutes for Sasson to throw the puck over to the point, the trailer coming in with some speed, and it is Carson Soucy, just 2 minutes and 23 seconds in, who takes a shot. It goes off of Aaron Ekblad's stick, up and top shelf on Sergei Bobrovsky. Was that the first shot of the game for Vancouver? It might have been. First shot, second shot, it was a pretty early one in there, but Carson Soucy made it 1-0, his first goal on the year. Ultimately, I think it's really great, and in a way symbolic to see Carson Soucy get himself that goal because he has been playing a lot better as of late. His defensive coverage has started to look a lot more stable like it had been last year. Maybe the fact that he's not playing with Tyler Myers anymore is contributing to his steady progression upwards. He's playing a lot more calmer nowadays. He's making defensive reads. He's making better plays. And he's stepping up and he's showcasing some of the things that we had seen out of him last year, like a really good shooting ability. Sure, he didn't precisely snipe this one himself. It goes off of Ekblad sticking up, but still, you gotta be good to be lucky, gotta be lucky to be good, and Carson Soucy gets himself on the board to make it 1-0. There are a few extra things that happen in this first period. I want to actually talk a little bit more about Max Sasson because not only did he get 2 assists in the first period, but he also had sort of a breakaway himself, kind of a mini breakaway in open lane towards the goal with speed, and he came in, took a shot on Bobrovsky. It goes off of the glove and out. Really nice shot, really nice velocity. It's just, hey, you're going up against the reigning Stanley Cup champion Sergei Bobrovsky, and it's tough to go out there and score on that guy on a clean look. Eventually, with 1:19 to go in the first period, you saw Max Sasson again driving down the wing. He tosses the puck right into the slot, and it goes off of Danton Heinen and in. He taps it in. might have gone off of his skate or something. If anybody's seen that commercial that the NHL has made, the tipping commercial with Jake Ottinger, UC Saros, Jacob Markstrom, and Brad Marchand, yeah, that was the perfect example of a prime tip out in front. That is 30-40% gratuity right there, baby. As Danton Heinen is in the right spot, Max Sasson finds him. They were talking about this a lot on the broadcast, how Max Sasson isn't just a no-mindset winger. He has really good awareness, and he's got that perception to be able to drive to the net, to drive forward, and instead of just having his head down, trying to force whatever it is that he wants to force, he has his head up, he looks at options, he sees what's available, and he takes it. He drives the net, he throws it out in front, he passes it over to Soucy, he makes these great reads, these smart little plays. At 24 years old, you kind of need to be in a really good progressive state if you want to stay in the National Hockey League, especially in your first year, and Max Sasson is doing just that. As if we go over to his overall point production metric this year, what's Sasson at? He doesn't have a goal yet, I don't think, but he has himself 4 assists already in a grand total of 9 games played. So Sasson has been looking pretty good as of late. He's a smart player, lots to like out of this dude. In the second period, we had ourselves a 3-0 goal scored by Brock Boeser. This is JT Miller's first point coming back to the Vancouver Canucks lineup. And it's a really nice one. Quinn Hughes in his own zone throws the puck up to JT, who walks right down the left side. He tosses it into the middle for Brock Boeser, takes the shot, it misses the goal, bounces off of the end boards back to the same side that Boeser is on. It's such a weird bounce off the glass, off the stanchion, off the boards, whatever. And Brock Boeser has an open net in his 500th NHL game, and he scores to give JT Miller an assist in his grand return to the lineup. Brock Boeser, I felt, honestly had a pretty rough game before that second period snipe. A lot of the passes that he tried to receive in the first period were not really going his way, not because the passes were bad, but because Boeser was just kind of fumbling it all over the place. He didn't really look all too sharp, in my opinion, but in the second period, he gets himself that rebound. The rebound from himself, so that is ultimately the difference to make it 3-0 Vancouver, JT Miller and Hughes with the assist. The second period was also great for Kevin Lankinen because he was making some really tight saves. You know how the Panthers have been good this season? Sam Reinhart, Alex Barkov, Sam Bennett. There have been a lot of top-tier guys producing points on this team, and Kevin Lankinen was clogging up that crease area in the best way possible. He's making it so difficult. He's stopping these pucks. The Canucks are trying to clear it on these opportunities that the Panthers are getting. They're having a little bit of trouble because, of course, it's Florida, but Kevin Lankinen is right in there. He's staying with it, and he's giving Vancouver chances to win, chances to continue progressing the play forward. In the third period, you had yourselves yet another goal scored by Jake DeBrusk, his 14th team-leading goal of the season on the power play. This was another one of these plays where Quinn Hughes gets the puck, he shoots it towards the goal, and it gets tipped on the way through. Miller goes over to Hughes, he takes the shot, it's touched up by Jake DeBrusk, it bounces in, Sergei Bobrovsky is down, but Bobrovsky kind of pulls the puck back over the goal line right after it goes in, and then he accidentally kicks it in himself a second time. So if there was contention that Sergei Bobrovsky let it in on the initial shot and the tip, then there shouldn't be any contention with the second moment because the puck fully crossed the line after it bounced in off Bobrovsky's pads. It's kind of a weird attempt to make a save there for Bob. But that's Jake DeBrusk's 14th on the year, assisted once again by Hughes and Miller. So Miller gets 2 points in this game. Quinn Hughes gets 2 points in this game. Nice to see the stats getting padded up once again. Danton Heinen with a goal. Same with Brock Boeser, Jake DeBrusk, and Carson Soucy. Kevin Lankinen made 27 saves on 27 total shots against. Bobrovsky was honestly okay. Like, I get the fact that he let in 4 goals on 19 total shots, so his save percentage was down there at 7.89, but I think he did look pretty sharp. He definitely wasn't a bum in this game. It's just some of these goals, man, like the backdoor tap-ins, the tips in front, the rebounds off of the end boards, those are difficult to stop. It's very tough to fully deal with if you're a goalie. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Vancouver Canucks and the Florida Panthers, how Vancouver gets another shutout. Kevin Lankinen's leading the league in shutouts. He's tied with 3. That's crazy, man. What an absolutely underrated pickup from Patrik, Allvin, and Jim Rutherford. Thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.